Travel changes you, not because it gives you something new to look at, but because it quietly changes the way you see. Every city leaves behind a fingerprint. Some stay with you for a season, others settle into who you are. Today we're visiting two places that couldn't be more different, yet somehow belong in the same conversation. One reaches confidently towards the future, the other holds tightly to its past. Together, they remind us that beauty doesn't have a single language. Singapore. Some cities ask you to slow down. Singapore asks you to pay attention. This is one of those rare places where precision somehow feels warm. The skyline rises like it was sketched by an architect with unlimited imagination. Yet just below those towers, you'll find neighborhoods filled with family-run cafes, hidden temples, colorful shop houses, and conversations happening over bowls of noodles that have been perfected for generations. Solo travelers often wonder if they'll feel lonely. Singapore has a way of answering that question before you even ask it. You can spend an afternoon wandering through gardens by the bay, watching enormous steel trees glow as evening settles over the city. Sit quietly at Marina Bay and watch the water reflect a skyline that somehow feels both futuristic and peaceful. You can walk through Chinatown, Little India, or Kampong Glam and discover that every few blocks feels like stepping into another culture without leaving the city. That's Singapore's magic. It's simply everyday life. Food becomes its own adventure. Michelin-recognized meals are served beside neighborhood hawker stalls where recipes have survived decades because nobody dared to improve perfection. You don't need reservations. You just need a little curiosity. Safety becomes something you stop thinking about. Public transportation is effortless. The streets are spotless. The city works so smoothly that it leaves you with something travelers rarely have anymore: mental space. Space to notice the architecture, space to sit with your thoughts, space to simply exist. For travelers in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, Singapore feels refreshingly uncomplicated. You can explore comfortably, move confidently, and never feel rushed. Whether you're chasing rooftop cocktails, botanical gardens, luxury shopping, contemporary art, or simply people watching over great coffee, the city seems to understand that not every journey needs an itinerary, packed from sunrise to midnight. Sometimes the best part of traveling is finally hearing yourself think. Singapore gives you room to do exactly that.
Budapest. Then there are cities that don't whisper, they tell stories. Budapest feels like opening a novel halfway through and somehow knowing exactly where you are. The buildings wear their history proudly. The bridges stretch across the Danube like promises connected two very different worlds. Every street seems to carry memories that refuse to disappear. This isn't a city trying to impress you. It already knows who it is. Begin your morning with coffee at a century-old cafe where writers, artists, and philosophers once argued about ideas that shaped Europe. Wander narrow streets where every weathered doorway feels like an invitation to wonder who walked there before you. Then climb to Fisherman's Bastion and watch the city unfold beneath you. Parliament rises across the river with impossible elegance. Church spires reach into the sky. The Danube moves quietly through it all, reminding you that time never really stops. It simply keeps flowing. Budapest rewards slow travelers. Rush through it and you'll collect photographs. Stay a while and you'll collect perspective. One of the city's greatest gifts is its famous thermal baths. Imagine soaking in a naturally heated mineral water beneath ornate architecture while strangers from around the world quietly share the same peaceful moment. Few experiences remind you more clearly that rest isn't something you earn, it's something you deserve. As evenings arrive, Budapest transforms. The city glows gold against the river, and every bridge becomes part of the performance. Music drifts from open-air cafes. Conversations linger longer than dinner. You realize nobody seems interested in hurrying home. Maybe that's the lesson. Maybe we've all been moving a little too fast. For solo travelers, Budapest offers something increasingly rare: permission to wander without purpose, to spend an afternoon inside a bookstore, to discover an art gallery you never planned to visit, to order dessert simply because it looks too beautiful to ignore. Travel isn't always about checking landmarks off a list. Sometimes it's about remembering that life can still surprise you. Singapore and Budapest stand on opposite sides of the world, yet they ask remarkably similar questions. What if you stepped outside your routine? What if your favorite meal hasn't been cooked yet? What if the conversation that changes your perspective happens with someone you'll never see again? One city reminds us what tomorrow can look like. The other reminds us why yesterday still matters. And somewhere between those two places, you may discover a version of yourself that only appears when you have nowhere to be except exactly where you are. Because the best souvenirs are rarely things you can pack. They're new ways of seeing. And every once in a while, the journey you've been waiting for isn't about finding another destination. It's about finding yourself in one. Thank you.